Hello, beautiful people. Psychic Debbie here with Hana Banana.
Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. And we are talking about, what are we talking about?
Pluto's entrance into Aquarius.
I'll give you something to talk about.
Yeah, we're basically talking about the arguably biggest transit of the year that's happening in the
Biggest
stars.
transit of the year. Oh my God.
The biggest transit. Seriously.
Oh.
Seriously, it's a big deal.
What to do.
Hi, everybody on chat. Oh, we
Hello.
see them. Nice to see you guys. My mamita. Hi, Myra. Hi, Lakeisha. Flower Power. Sandy. Michelle.
Yes. Thank you.
Hello,
Thank you,
beautiful
Teresa.
people.
Yes. So we get a lot of beautiful people that are connecting from Desiree from Canada. So we'll say hi to you guys, beautiful people in between this. So let's talk about this.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Do we have any announcements first, or we go straight into it?
Okay, let's do some announcements here first. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So
let's do my mom's book.
okay, you want to do your mom's book?
Yes. Can we please do my mom's book?
Okay, this is beautiful Chris's.
Sorry, just came out of me. Mom, I love you. Look at this beautiful picture. She's so cute. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, Southern California area, the Conscious Life Expo is taking place February 10th is the day we speak. So that's the day to go.
Right.
My mom is speaking. That's her picture right there. From Grief to Joy. And she's a nominee in the book awards.
Yes.
So please, please, please vote for my mom's book. The link is in Debbie's link tree.
Yeah, down below where all the information is, you'll see Debbie's link tree, and it's on there. So please vote for, what's the title of her book?
It is called The Open Heart Club Journal. And I forget the subline, but it's something like From Grief to Living Again. And my mom is on live chat right now if you want to say hi to her.
Yeah, say hi to Diddy to her. She's Chris.
Yeah, so voting closes on February 1st, so time is of the essence. All you have to do is type your name and email, find her picture. Do you have the picture of the book
Oh,
by
no,
any chance?
I told her to put it up there.
So the book is, you'll just see two hummingbirds that come together and it looks like a heart. It's really pretty. And Chris Valenzuela is the name, the author.
Yes, please, please, please. And also, we've got to talk about Sedona!
Oh my gosh. Our retreat's going to be amazing. April 4th to the 9th, if you didn't know. And we have some exciting news, like an update.
Yes.
As of this morning, there are only 5 spots left.
5. 1,
Cinco.
2, 3.
Cinco.
We'll be like, Count Dracula. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 spots left. And we only have 1 room for, like, if you're a couple.
A couple, there's
there's some people are asking, so if you want to go there with your lover, your partner, whatever, please, because then we give you a room that you guys can.
It's a room for 2 people.
Yeah, for 2 people. So, or if it's a friend or whatever. So,
yeah,
because the other ones have 3. Okay, so Pat says we're too funny.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Oh, and Teresa said she voted. Mom, she voted for your book. Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. So awesome. So I think, are those all the updates? I think those are all.
Was that all the updates? Our retreat, Conscious Life,
and my mom's book.
And your mom's book. I think that's it.
I think that's it. Okay.
So now we get to talk about Pluto into Aquarius. Okay, so tell us about this. Because you were saying that this was a powerful, powerful day. And so that's why we're doing live for you beautiful, beautiful people. Thanks, Kathy. She says there are 59 people in the house.
Oh,
she always gives us counts. So thank you, Kathy.
Thank you. So yes, it's like kind of a big deal. And the reason why... Thank you. Sorry, my stylist is interfering right now. Thank you, stylist. So one of the reasons why it is one of the biggest transits, arguably the biggest of the year, is because Pluto is such a slow-moving planet.
Is it like a Scorpio's?
It's It's so slow that,
how slow is it?
How slow is it? So now that it's entering into Aquarius now. It's going to it's going to regress back into Capricorn September, November, and just get one last little flavor of Capricorn. And then once it crosses over from November, it's going to be in Aquarius for the next 20 years.
Oh my God, I'm going to be 82 years old.
Exactly. So
I'm going to be an old fart.
This is...
I will be squeezing the doctor's butts while she pulls my wheelchair.
Oh God! Well, remember, I just got a vision of us in the airport.
We already got through this.
Yeah, we had a wheelchair moment. It was hilarious. So it's a big deal, and it's a powerful planet because Pluto. If you could give a theme to Pluto, it would be death and rebirth. It's basically the life cycle, right?
Okay.
That's the divine.
So what are we coming out of?
So we're coming out of Pluto in Capricorn. And Capricorn, so then let's look at what Capricorn is. It's a feminine sign. It's an earth sign. So that means that, actually, I'll share, because my astrology teacher, he gives like really good examples through movies. And this is the one example he gave us so we could understand like, that's what it feels like. The Lord of the Rings. Okay.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. Well, this might be difficult. Okay. Well, let me just tell you, it's this, magical kingdom, and it's got these.
And this is Capricorn.
This is the journey of Frodo. Okay. Who is responsible for carrying the ring of power, and he needs to throw that ring of power into the fire because if it gets into the wrong hands, it will literally destroy the world. Okay?
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
So Capricorn takes things very seriously. If you know about Capricorns, you know like they're very grounded, pragmatic, hardworking, disciplined. Okay. A Capricorn isn't like a Gemini, like woo, like flirty and kind of like airy and just like everybody. That's not what you think when you think of Capricorn. You think of what are they being responsible and mature about. Okay. So that journey of the ring and carrying it to cast it into the fire is like Pluto in Capricorn. That he called it the cross you had to bear. Okay. And take and cast in. So wherever that sits in your chart, wherever Capricorn sits in your chart, whatever house that sits in, that's what you've been dealing with. The themes of that house.
And where was my house? In the 11th?
God, we should pull up it was in the 11th.
Okay.
So the 11th house could be considered kind of like your social networking sort of house. It's also the house of wishes, like your deepest, biggest wishes. Hello, like you're going out with a bang, like your shows, like, you're meeting with directors and producers and, there was a lot for you to carry in that sense. Like friendships can also like, think of the regeneration that we met during this time, like the new birth that came in, anyone you let go, social networks, your circles, affiliations, groups, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So now what are we going into?
So now we're going into Aquarius. Thank you, Myra. She said she voted for my mom's book. Mom, I hope you get like 40 new votes at least.
Squirrel.
Just today.
We just did a squirrel.
Oh, there you go. Squirrel! So, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going into Pluto.
So now we're going into Aquarius.
Oh, no, we're going into Aquarius, but Pluto's
going into Aquarius.
Okay, and Pluto's going into Aquarius.
And so, so Pluto represents this divine power. And when you look at power through the lens of divinity, right, it's okay if we have white magic and black magic, light and shadow. Pluto is one of those dark divine energies. So it's the energy of destruction. A good way.
That's why we have this picture.
Yeah, this is Pluto. It's the fertile power of Mother Earth that is subterranean, and you don't see it until she lets you know she's here, which is this volcano right here. This erupting is like a Plutonian emergence that is going to take place to bring truth, and destruction, right? Some things have to fall, like the Tower card in the tarot. That's like Pluto.
Oh,
things
okay.
have to be, but the reason why you need to let it go is because it's no longer sustainable.
It's not serving us anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a deeper
So the people,
truth.
places, and things that don't serve us is coming in the next 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever that sits in your chart.
Okay.
So should we talk about your chart for a little
Sure.
bit? Okay. So with Debbie's, she is a Pisces rising. So that means that Pluto or Aquarius is her 12th house. And the 12th house is the house of the unconscious. It's a place where our blind spots are. And also like hidden enemies, self-sabotage. It's kind of a dark house. It could be like there's like real deep shadow.
But then I work in the dark, what people say is the darkness.
Exactly.
Psychic, medium,
Exactly.
ghost hunting, finding missing people.
Exactly. That's all in the unconscious, right? A realm of what happened, solving mysteries, that kind of
Right.
thing. You could also argue the 8th house is also like that. But in your case, it's funny, she was asking, so like, what does that mean? And
Right.
it's funny because she's a psychic, right? So like, everybody gets a reading from Debbie and they say, when am I gonna? What does this mean? And with me, that's not the way that these readings work.
Okay.
At least with the way I look at it. We're just kind of looking at
Perspective?
interpretations, and like, when you get like a card reading and you're like,
Right.
okay, well, what could be some significations?
Right.
And I was actually in my astrology class today, and I
Okay.
pulled up her chart, and I wanted to know if Pluto entering her 12th house would mean that she's tapping into this like deeper unconscious power of finding out like where these missing people are. Is this
Ooh, that'd
going
be
to
great.
support her in her career? Could it be like she's tapping into something like Debbie doesn't know where her gifts come from? Okay, this is an example of like, it's somewhere inside of you.
It's true, but
Yeah.
I don't.
But you don't know who it is. You don't
No.
even know who's talking to you.
Right.
She just calls it spirit, you know?
Right.
So
Peanut gallery. No, just kidding.
yeah.
No.
So that's a really cool way of interpreting and thinking like, maybe some awesome creative power
Right.
is of the unconscious material. Like that, why aren't these cases solved? Why is there
Right.
still a mystery?
Why give me this gift if you're not going to let me use it for the world?
Yeah.
That's my question.
And the coolest thing about her chart is it speaks to her 9th house, where her line, they call it the midheaven, which has to do with your career. So there's going to be some interaction. You don't have planets right at the beginning degrees of Aquarius. They're towards the middle.
Okay.
So I would say a good, like at least 5 years into it, you heard it here first. Something might pop. We were even thinking like maybe like a famous case.
Yeah.
And you break it. She cracks it, right? She cracks the code and then boom, worldwide. Fame and everybody knows who you are and everybody wants to get a reading from Debbie.
And there's a good side and a bad side to that.
Yeah. Oh, because Pluto is about power. So lots of power struggles, right?
Yeah.
They could see like, she's so powerful. I want to be close to
and I don't want that.
you know?
I want it to help. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So power, themes of power and
fantastic.
yeah, all that's coming in for us.
Yes. So kind of tell me.
We had some goddesses that we wanted to speak to, and angels.
Yes. So the angel that they told me, I got to put my glasses on here because I got it written down here. So the angel that they were telling me that works with Pluto, that works with you, is Archangel Azrael. And so this is what they had me write down. Archangel Azrael will bring to you the secret of your spirit and the reason for your present incarnation. Mm-hmm. So our purpose, path, or our spirit is going to, I feel, will be presented in the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or it could be the other way too, is it could be where it's like, okay, I just went squirrel. I just went blank. Sorry.
Archangel Azrael.
No, it's like, to me, it was showing to me like the 20 years of like your purpose, kind of like me, like why give me this gift that I can find missing people if I can't, I want to do it worldwide. Do you know what I'm saying? Or get even at least some acknowledgement from it. Do you know what I mean? But, and I'm not saying to be braggadocious, but we all want to get acknowledged. If you're a cook, you're a dishwasher, we all want to get acknowledged for our work and how we're doing it to help the people.
Yeah.
So I feel like this next 20 years, it's going to really kind of poke to people and go, are you doing your purpose? 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 Or are you following your life path? Right. And I think that's what Azrael is saying is, call on me. I can help you why you're born this time, right? Why you're born, what's your purpose, what's your life path, and it will present yourself to it. If you have questions about that, asking Archangel Azrael to help you with that purpose, because Azrael works with the darkness.
Yeah.
Also works with death, they said. Okay. So he helps lower angels who help him separate the souls from the bodies to carry the deceased to the afterlife. Ooh. So he's really in your life purpose, your life path, your life lessons. So maybe I'm going to be learning some lessons here. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you beautiful people are going to learn some lessons. Okay. Celtic Seer said Debbie tends to be very transformative in her approach to things. She wants to assist people with their spiritual growth. Yes, nice. yes.
Totally.
And someone said squirrel. So Azrael is also described as having 4,000 wings. So wow. I feel 4,000. Think of that. 4,000 wings.
Amazing.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That's amazing.
So if you're seeing an angel or an archangel that you think it had a lot of feathers or it had a lot of wings, it might be Azrael. And it's not always, Azrael is not always on the death. I feel like she will help you with the new birth too. And bringing and helping you releasing the people, places, and things that don't resonate with you, especially for this next 20 years.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful. Yeah.
That is good. It's like, and Kelty Cedar said Pluto is associated with the death card in tarot. Awesome. I don't, I know of the cards, and I think, the Tower card is also like destruction, but death, right. Of course. Yes, that resonates. That would resonate. That. Yeah, and I think too, so what is going to be shed? What is going to be released? That because it's no longer your truth. Right. Because it's no longer a part of your journey. And destruction comes, the dark goddesses, for example, when you think of the Indian goddess Kali, right? When you think of the Hawaiian goddess Pele, these have very Plutonian feminine archetypes to them, right? And they need to be revered and honored for the massive power that they have, right?
Right.
It's not always, I remember I was getting, I was speaking to this woman who channeled Pele one time, and she was such a trip. She had this gift where she wanted to, believe it or not, I'm not even joking. She said she wanted to get rid of COVID in somebody else's body, and so she called upon Pele to help her.
Oh, wow.
She said that when Pele showed up, that she got really scared. She was 8 feet tall, okay? And came in you better have a message for me because I don't just come here. It was yes, here, you have to respect such incredible dark power because they don't mess around.
Right. Just kind of like Pluto.
Yeah.
It's not messing around.
Yeah. And that's kind of like the Lord of the Rings example that my astrology teacher was telling us is, Frodo, this main character, this little hobbit, he had to hold all of this power and not get tempted by it with his own ego, right? That's a Pluto definite movement. How are you seduced by power? How does power attract you? And what is lurking in your own shadows as you relate to power? So Frodo had to make sure that he was not corrupted by all this power. And he also had to make sure that other people didn't get a hold of the ring to be corrupted by the power. It was wow, it's a lot of responsibility. So Capricorn really took it like that cross to bear. Aquarius is an air sign, And Aquarius, when you think of air, you're associating it with the mind. You're associating it with communication. Aquarius is associated with technology because
the AI.
Exactly. The AI is something that we as a collective conscious have birthed through our imagination.
Right.
Do you see that? And we're kind of like, now that we have AI out there, what's that next series? How much power do they have? How much power have we given? How much power do we not want to give them? Do you see the power struggle that could be? So that's why there's such big conversations right now about AI and Aquarius, is because this is a lot of responsibility, people. Where's the squirrel? I don't know why I'm getting so heated. I think it's like I'm feeling the volcano, I'm feeling Pluto. I'm like, don't take this seriously.
Yes. She wants you to take it seriously. Well, I want to talk about crystals too. Okay. So they were saying,
literally got overheated. This is very
when you're in your power and when you're talking about what you're really truthful in, or your thing is really, really strong. So I don't have hematite. Do you have hematite, Con?
I wish I did. This one might be hematite.
Yeah, that's hematite.
Actually.
So show them your bracelet. She's got 20 million bracelets on.
I do. But this right here, it's like a gray, a dark gray color. That's hematite.
Okay, so they're saying for especially like today or this weekend, or through this Pluto thing, it says hematite can absorb negative energies and transform them into positive ones. It can also help reduce pain, aid in meditation, and sound sleep. Okay? So they're wanting you to work with that. They want you to work with amethyst. Hold that big chunk of amethyst.
Let's do it.
Ugh, isn't that pretty? My little beautiful amethyst.
She's gorge.
Okay, amethyst can increase willpower and decrease destructive behaviors. So that's going to help you with the letting go, okay?
Yeah. I just want to hold it. It's like so
Pat says, send me some of that heat my way. It's 15 degrees here. Struggling to keep warm.
There you go, Pluto! Just kidding.
So then the next stone that they want me to talk about is obsidian.
I feel like Vanna White.
Obsidian can show people what's really in front of them during a Pluto transit. It can summon the courage to face everything that's in the shadows.
Yeah.
Because it's made of earth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Volcanic.
It's made of volcanic.
Yeah. This is Pele.
I have a big, huge lava stone that I found on the beach here. And we're like, where the frick did that come from? On my porch. It's huge.
Wow.
It's really heavy, so I'm not going to have you
That's
run
beautiful.
out there and
That
pick it
felt
up.
really lovely. I liked that.
Did you like that?
Yeah,
This
I liked
was
that. She feels good.
Well, hold on to it then.
Yeah. Okay.
That's mahogany obsidian. If you notice, it's got the red in there. Seeing that pretty?
Oh, it feels so good when you hold it.
It's
actually cooling me right now. It's almost like taking
so
the fire.
send that energy to the people.
Here you go. Not the ones who need to cool off, but the ones who want the fire.
And so the next stone is tourmaline, associated with the planets Venus and Pluto for symbolic purposes. Okay.
Nice.
So tourmaline to me, I always tell beautiful people, if you can tell, I'm getting even hot. It's just sitting by it. This is in front of me when I do readings, because to me it grounds me, but brings me into the spiritual realm. So it gives me a really good balance.
Very cool.
Do you know what I mean? Very, very
cool.
good balance. If you like black tourmaline. So Celtic Seer says the movie Oppenheimer was released in 2023, dipped into Aquarius, very symbolic.
Yeah. Big
Yep.
time. The
Very
destruction
perfect.
in our technology.
Yes. So, what else? What else would you like to talk about?
I have a poem for us at the end, but I guess
I want to do some angel
yeah.
cards too. But
I think in terms of like,
weren't you going to do each sign?
Oh yes. All right. So well. That would be really nice. I should have teed up my thing so I know where it falls in each house. I can go by, okay. If you know your astrological chart, I want you to look at where Aquarius sits in your natal chart, okay? So the first house, you're going to have big transformation and an uprooting and kind of like maybe some pieces of your own individual self. The first house is all about the house of self. who you are in the world, and even how others see you. So Pluto is going to affect, going into Aquarius, your first house. If Aquarius is your second house, this is going into the house of your resources, your finances, your personal finances. You're going to see, my cousin actually has Pluto going through this house right now, or just
the second
recently.
house?
Yeah, the second house. Get this. She had some huge pay raise happen all of a sudden from a union strike contract that somehow affected her line of work also. And because of that, it was something that kind of like erupted from under the underworld, you know, the belly of like, let's fight for our rights kind of thing. And she got like a huge payout. And this is during a Pluto transit to her second house.
See?
So Pluto could be really good. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't have to all be like death and destruction.
There's always two sides of every story,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
But like they say, is you can fry a pancake. I say, what is it? What's the other thing?
Fry a pancake.
Croissant, not a croissant. What is a really flat pancake?
A crepe.
A crepe.
It's a quiz. A crepe.
Yeah,
a crepe. Okay.
Squirrel.
What about the crepe? Oh, you can.
It's
fry a crepe.
It's a squirrel. Just keep
going. Just keep. I don't know what to do right now.
Because the crepe's so thin, you can see through it, but it has two sides.
I hit my. Okay. Oh, you heard it here first. A crepe is thin, and you can see both sides. All right.
Everything has two sides. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, got it. Now I'm on board. Got it.
They said you're making them hungry.
And my mom's laughing now. Okay, awesome. Okay, so that's for if Aquarius is your second house. If Aquarius is your third house, that means that they call this like the fish tank of your chart. It is your everyday life. It is your trips to the grocery. It is, dropping your kids off at the school.
So if you have your third house, what would be a story, or what would be?
You could see some
that we'd get in an accident or something, or
no. But all of a sudden, your immediate environment will fundamentally change. Like it could all of a sudden.
So like the highway is demolished and you need to take a different
totally
different path to work.
Pathways, things like that. It's the house of your siblings. There could be like transformative relationships taking place with your brothers or your sisters, with your relatives, with your neighbors.
What about your lovers?
That's not the house yet.
Oh,
we're not there yet, Debbie.
Friends, so it could affect, but it's not going in mine or your third house, right?
It's not. It's for me. It's my ninth house.
Okay, so we'll talk about that when we get to that.
Okay. All right. So, if Aquarius is in your fourth house, so these are. If you're a Scorpio rising, that's when it hits the fourth house. Okay. So fourth house Aquarius, that's where the fourth house is your family. It is. I'm not gonna lie. It could be some deaths. It could be some births. It could be like your family gets bigger or smaller. It could be that your family karma somehow changes. Like you could be
got a secret.
And
maybe you find out you have a secret family.
Totally.
I have a brother.
Oh my God, that could totally happen.
Don't do your DNA. No, I'm just kidding.
You're not my mother. Like it's like
a lot of people. You'd be surprised how many people are like, sorry, that's not your father. Or that's not your mother. Like what?
Totally. Yeah. It's like big, and also how you feel emotionally secure and rooted in the world. So that could come up for you.
So you
could find yourself moving to
I was just going to say, is that about home?
Yeah.
So you could have a new home, or construction of home, or destruction of your home.
Yes, totally.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally. Okay. Fifth house is a really fun house. It's romance, it's sex, it's kids. You could see massive transformations with your children, massive creative projects that you have been waiting to birth your entire life could all of a sudden, like, I'm writing the book, and maybe you're writing a book through some deep pain that happened, and now you are transformed.
Or to help other people with this pain or whatever.
You can find a greater sense of how to find joy in your life. You know,
that'd be
maybe
good.
you find it in a dark way. Maybe like
ghost hunting.
Yeah, something like that. Like ghost hunting.
Doesn't hurt anybody, but it's a dark thing. But it's what people think is dark. I don't think it's dark.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And let's see. Your 6th house is considered.
You said 4th.
We were on the 5th.
That was 5th.
That was 5th. So if your Aquarius sits in your 6th house, that's the house of, they call it like hard work, the house of sacrifice, the house of health.
I always thought the number 6 represented family. But that doesn't work on the chart then?
It doesn't tie into a family house on the chart.
Okay.
Yeah, your 6th house vibration is kind of like when people clock out for work and then they go home. The 6th house is kind of like, I got to go do the late shift now. It's kind of like the hard work it's hard to do, but when you really do it and put your effort into it, it pays off.
The harvest is really big.
Oh my God, the harvest is incredible. So Pluto going into that 6th house could be something like that. Like something needs to transform in your life through massive hard work. And it's going to be tough, but it's going to be
cute.
So amazing
Hi-ho,
in the long run.
Hi-ho, it's off to work we go. You could be with the dwarfs. And you could be Cinderella.
You know,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I always look at things positive.
Okay, yes. And we can, and so also take this with a grain of salt. Debbie always says, if it doesn't resonate with you, then throw it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are just like, again, we can't see everybody's personal charts. We have no idea. We're just giving you broad brush strokes of themes that could come up.
Yeah.
So it'll support you.
It's kind of like me doing predictions. It's like, a lot of times they're really accurate and 85%.
Yeah.
But the other part, or it's like you chose to change it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I moved here, but I didn't like it, so I moved back. And it's like, okay, well then that's why there's the destruction. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
So there's a lot with the choices too.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so then you have, if Aquarius sits in your 7th house, then that's the house of love. Relationships. That's a house of marriage. That's a house of partnerships. That's the house of
like business partners. Okay, I was going to say business partnerships.
Business partners. Yeah, and it's the house of open enemies.
Dun, dun, dun. She's my enemy?
No, you're a business partner. I'm like, don't you try to categorize me?
No, I'm not mean. No.
Where's my crystal? Protect me. I defend against the dark.
So the 7th is like romance and things like that. So like getting married or finding someone to
this marriages, divorces. You could find that all of a sudden the people that you're attracted to, you are no longer attracted to those people. Alcoholics, drug addicts. Hey,
people you're trying to save all the time.
You could undergo a complete transformation, and for light or shadow, right? Whichever way you're going to tilt that scale, but massively like letting go and shedding people that no longer serve you. Right. That could also come up in this house. So can you do these? So when you're doing these, you haven't been saying what rising sign. Do you know what rising sign is for each one? I could. But let's go through the houses and then you can see which one is. Yeah, I would need to mathematically very quickly do it in my head. But like you could tell something and I would be writing it and figure it out. Okay. So then, if Aquarius sits in your 8th house, this is a very mysterious, sort of dark, but not in a bad sense, house. It's the house of life and death. It's the house of randomly. It's like taboo topics. It's karmic. So like ghost hunting or psychics or mediums or it could be associated with the dark arts. Okay. It could be associated with like karmic contracts. Who are those people that you have? That was Capricorn for me with Pluto. So I got to see all these karmic contracts come up. It's also related to any finances that you share with another person. So joint finances, it could be your spouse's income is tied to this, or family property or inheritance. You might all of a sudden have an incredible inheritance come up or get totally wiped out. What about winning? Yeah, winnings, gambling, totally. That
we're not telling you to gamble. I'm just
no. Be responsible, people.
Yeah.
But something around that, right? Like, or maybe your karmic contract is done. Maybe you are so good that your next reincarnation, girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever your name is, that it is gone. Okay, you can transform it, you can transcend it, you can transmute it. Okay, that could be an 8th house Aquarius.
Okay, great.
All right, 10th house is typically known as the house of career.
Did we do 9th?
Oh, we didn't do 9th. Sorry, that's me. That's a Gemini rising. If you're a Gemini rising, that's me. So that's you. It's your 9th house. The 9th house is very cool. Okay, that's very cool. It's like the house of philosophy and higher understanding. It's the house of like long distance travel. It's the house that you are kind of reflecting back on your life and your philosophy of like, what was it all for anyway?
So it's like spirituality or what?
Super spiritual. Religion sits in this house. Your faith and how you view and perceive the world.
Right.
So we're going to be good. Gemini risings are going to be going through radical shifts in our perception of things. We might also go through radical shifts in what we decide to study. You know, maybe all of a sudden a bunch of us decide to like, you know, I'm going to get my degree and go be a master's in psychology this year. Like, you know, something's going to shift. Maybe you
in the mind.
Yeah, in the mind. And also like you could maybe do lots more long distance travel. Lots more, I'm going to go experience this culture and that culture and learn about, you know, Hinduism and learn about, I'm going to become a Buddhist.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why, I just feel called. You know, that could be like a 9th house transit with Pluto in Aquarius.
Okay. And so what's 10th?
Okay, so if that's Gemini, I'm going to see if I could start doing... so then the next one would be Libra rising. Is that right? No, I'm gonna do the chart, so I'm not gonna mess this up.
But just go 10th, and then you do the risings.
Okay, so your 10th house is typically known. If you have Aquarius in the 10th house, you're typically known for that's known for the house of career. So it's how you make your mark on the world. It's very like your legacy. Oh. So Pluto going through something like that, you could get really acknowledged, you know, maybe there's like fame. So Pluto's going to be speaking for you in your 12th. It actually, your career line is in your 9th. You have to check where the midheaven is. Hers is in the 9th, right? So it's a little bit different, but the recognition can come for you for sure.
In my spirituality.
Yeah, in your spirituality. And so 10th house, it could be, you know, also disruptions, you know, maybe like the boss that is like the boss from hell, you know, something comes up or he goes away or she goes away, or you decide that you're going to switch fields and industries completely because you're no longer you no longer resonate with a particular field or industry, something like that.
Right. So it could be a change.
Yeah, big changes. The 11th house is the house of what's known as like your networks, right? Who you are like associated with, but like groups and affiliations. It could be like your book clubs, like something very simple like that.
Church?
It could be church. Yes, it could be your church.
Our spiritual group that talks here on the chat?
Yes, something like that. That you're going to have a lot of transformative power coming into that area. So you could meet networking groups that can give you a leg up and boost you into like an amazing career. Or you could be all of a sudden meet this like guru, you know, and become like a devotee of like a specific guru or something like that. It has to do with, and it's also the house of your deepest wishes. So you could also have massive, beautiful wishes like come true. New ones could be birthed. Oh wow! You know, for
that'd be
you.
Nice.
That would be pretty cool. Right?
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
And then if Aquarius is your 12th house, then that's going to be the house of the unconscious. It's going to be right here, and typically it's a tough. It's considered a tough house because it's. You know, it has to do with... I haven't
been through hell and high water already. God. Like, why?
It has to do with how we get blindsided in life. and things that we don't see. Sometimes it's our own shadows, and we keep doing it and we don't know why.
Yeah.
Pluto coming into that house is really going to put you in touch with that unconscious material, and you might have like massive lessons that come up so you can see, okay, this is how I'm doing this, got it. Or it could be how other people blindside you. So
yeah,
that's
okay. So like you try to do your rising, and I'm gonna do some angel cards while she's doing that. Let's do Archangel Michael while she's trying to figure out which signs are, which house, what rising sign, whatever. Yeah. So Celtic Seer says, Debbie, you attract a lot of foreign clients. Yes, I do. I do readings all over the world. Pat says, I have Gemini's rising. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, Aquarius in my, I don't know what it's saying there.
Aquarius is in
my North Node. She
Aquarius
says.
is in my North Node?
Yeah.
What if Aquarius is in my North Node? Your North Node is the direction your soul is essentially heading. It's kind of like the place in life that is not necessarily comfort. It's not your comfort zone. It's the place where you get to stretch yourself and move towards. That's what the North Node.
What I'm hearing spiritually is that you're really going to kind of connect to your life purpose. Your life purpose is going to be shown to you. This is what I'm seeing, Carrie, is like it's going to be shown. It's going to be shown. It's going to be shown. It's going to be your choice to embrace it and to go forward with it and what it's trying to teach you. Or if you bury your head in the sand, then I feel like that there could be some complications. There could be some kind of hard knocks. Do you know what I mean? It's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. It could be like that. Like that kind of thing. So, yeah. But that's kind of like what I was hearing too. So Susan says she's a Scorpio rising. So we're going to figure out which house this is.
Yeah, that's your fourth. I know that one. That's Aquarius is your fourth house. That's home and family.
Home and family then. So we'll go through this really fast when she figures this out.
I'm writing them all down. Please bear with me. Squirrel.
Just bear with her.
Yeah, you could do the
I need a bear. Did you guys see that on TikTok? Here's a really squirrel. I'm going to bring even the squirrel out for this. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. We were just watching. I just showed her the thing on TikTok where the guy's got a really short film of Bigfoot and I think it's in Montana. I think they saw it in Montana. So it was like, oh my God, there's a Bigfoot, and he's got like a little snippet. So look on Bigfoot Montana TikTok, and then you'll see the video. Desiree says, yes, Debbie does. She has done my reading. She was very good, and I intend to have another one this year. Oh, thank you.
Very cool. Debbie's the best. She gives the best readings ever.
So the card said, let me get my glasses on here. So in that drawer is a magnifying glass. This is how little the writing is. It's like, okay, dear guardian angels of the children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best way to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. So it's they want you to call on Archangel Michael for the children. Isn't that great? Oh, Carrie, she gave us $20. Thanks, Carrie. Thank you. Love your readings, Debbie. Thank you, Carrie. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. So,
okay, I've got that.
Oh, Myra says, love your son's Timberwolf Story snippets. Oh, thank you. Go on TikTok, and it's called Timberwolf Story. It's about a military that helped liberate my family. I wouldn't be sitting here if the Timberwolves didn't come over and liberate Holland and Belgium and all that. And Kenny's got it on TikTok, and he's going day by day, like January 20th, where they were and all that stuff. He's also going to be thinking of going to Holland and retrace the Timberwolves' path. Mm-hmm. So, because he's trying to make that movie.
Oh, cool. When's he going to go to Holland?
He's thinking of October.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
I don't know if I'm going to go or not. I know, it would be really, really good. So let's see what else okay, so Guarded and protected. You want to read it?
Sure.
Can you read it, or do you need the magnifying glass?
I can. All right, so let's show them the card. Guarded and protected. All right, thank you. It says, my prayer. Thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we're safe and that all our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it's right for me and all the others to accept heavenly assistance.
Aww. So guarded and protected. You guys are guarded and protected, and they're definitely guarding your children. Okay, so tell us which houses are what's rising sign, and then kind of get just a little snippet of what that means.
Yeah, go back for the replay for the long extended. But
yeah.
All right, I'm going to start with, let's see, we'll do Aries rising. So if you have, and I do it by whole sign, okay? So I don't use another format. This is whole sign. Aries rising, Aquarius is going to sit in your 11th house. That's your house of friends, social networks, and groups, and your house of wishes. For Taurus rising, Aquarius is your 10th house. That's the house of career. It's the house of where you make your mark on the world. Think of it in terms of legacy and public significance. If you are a Gemini rising, that is going to be your 9th house. That is the house of philosophy, religion, long distance travel, spirituality. Yes. If you are a Cancer, that's going to be your 8th house. These are karmic contracts. It's the life and death rebirth cycle, joint finances, inheritance. If you're a Leo rising, this is going to fall, Aquarius falls into your 7th house. That's the home of partnerships, marriages, and business partners and open enemies. If you are a Virgo, Aquarius is your 6th house. That is the house of, let's just call it hard work and dedication. It's the house of sacrifice and of health. If you're a Libra rising, it falls into your 5th house. That's a house of joy. It's the house of pleasure and children and sex and romance and all creativity. Yeah, all creativity. Lots of creativity there. It's exciting. That's okay. If you're a Scorpio rising, this is falling into your 4th house. This is where you feel safe and secure in the world. It's the home of family. It is also karmic contracts. It's also the 8th house, but your family karma might be able to change and revolutionize with this one. If you're a Sag rising, it sits in your 3rd house. This is the house of your everyday life, your trips to the market, you're dropping off the kids. It's also the house of the mind and how you communicate with words. You could undergo a whole, transformation with that. If you are a Capricorn rising, this falls into your 2nd house. That's the house of finances. It's the house of resources, how you are supported and resourced as you live your life. And then if you are an Aquarius rising, then it's your 1st house. It's the house of self, who you identify to be and how others perceive you. That.
And you did the Pisces already.
I did them all.
Okay.
Oh, Pisces. Did I not do Pisces? I didn't do Pisces. Sorry. Squirrel. Pisces. I didn't mean to leave you out. It's your 12th house. It's the house of the unconscious, the house of self-sabotage and hidden enemies, but also, deep mysteries and spirituality.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
So people are going, I don't know how do I find my rising sign? So isn't there
I use astro.com.
I was just going to say there's astro.com.
Yeah.
Go there and then they'll ask you your birthplace and your time and and then you'll find your rising sign on that.
Yeah, you have to know your time of birth. And then don't worry about like what the graph looks like, because it might not put it in whole sign. I don't think the default is to whole sign house. So just look for the place in the natal chart where it says ASC, and that stands for ascendant. And whatever that is pointed to, so let's say it says your ascendant is Taurus. Whatever the ascendant is, that's your 1st house. And then just count from there counterclockwise, and you'll read your 1st, your 2nd, your 3rd, your 4th.
So and then your rising is the ASC?
Is the ASC.
Okay.
The ascendant is
so
the
mine
rising
starts
side.
at Pisces then?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, astro.com.
I hope that makes sense. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people.
Yeah.
So let's do Okay, so which cards should we do? The fairies, soul truth, or message of life?
Oh, soul truth, because Pluto is all about the soul. Pluto represents the soul, and it's really good. All right. So, do they ask a question?
Well, you just shuffle it, and then whatever what you say is, what do these beautiful people?
Yeah, what is the one message just for today you would like to give?
Yes.
Me and my soul. So
for the people, beautiful people.
For all the people.
So Flower Power says, do these change? Yes.
Hey, Gina Jenkins. Hi, Gina. She says, love and miss you, ladies. We miss you too, girlfriend.
She was at our retreat.
On both our retreats.
Both of our retreats. That's right.
That's right.
She's the one that I got the tattoo with.
Flower Power asks, do these change? No. Your natal chart doesn't change.
Right, your rising sign doesn't change. It's always...
Yeah, it's a snapshot of what the stars look like at the moment of your birth. So think of it like a photograph. That photograph's never going to change.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. For our soul.
Let's see what the beautiful people are saying, or beautiful angels are saying. So.
All right, I'm going to just cut it.
Yeah.
Right here.
All right.
All right. What am I... Oh,
yeah,
this
read
is
that.
side
Yep.
read? What am I grateful for right now?
And then turn it. Yep.
All right. Adopt an abundance mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all our problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Ain't that the truth? Gratitude improves our health, opens our hearts, and changes our state. Ooh, and then here's the soul action. It says, the universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes. So if you have the opportunity, you can go ahead, close your eyes right now. Put your hand on your heart and think of 3 things for which you are grateful today.
Hana Banana, my beautiful people that are watching, and my spirituality.
Oh, I love that. Okay. I'm grateful to be in studio with my fairy godmother, Debbie. I'm grateful for my mamita to be on the live chat and people voting for her. And I am grateful to be alive.
Yes, that too. And grateful for my husband for help setting this up too.
Thanks,
so we got to put a little Mr. Roy toy.
Totally.
So why don't you, beautiful people, we got on at 1:30 and it's almost an hour already.
Woo!
Believe it or not, it goes really fast, doesn't it?
It does.
You just need to live closer to me so we could do this more often, right? Don't you guys believe? You two are hysterical.
So
I love
fun.
listening to you both. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy.
Thank you.
I do have. Should we exit with a poem?
Sure.
Should I do that one?
Yep. Let's do that.
Okay. So remember, working with dark energies, we respect all their power and everything they can bring. I found this in a magazine, and it was a poem to Pluto as it was going through Capricorn. So if anyone knows the author, please let me know. It didn't have a name. So it says, request to Pluto. Okay. Oh, precious Pluto, planet of prescribed burn. While you are destroying my old structures, kicking my butt, singeing outdated ideas and illusions to ash, could you spark a fire in my heart? Reseed my dreams like fireweed after the forest burns, which returns stronger, fuller, more resilient, richer, with greater color, longevity, fortitude, and strength, with humble caution and great respect. Capricorn.
Wow. Put that fire in you to get through this.
Yeah.
But have the phoenix rising.
Yeah, phoenix
and
rising.
that your purpose and your life lessons and everything is shown to you, and the truth is going to be shown. I've been saying that. I didn't know any of this. I've been saying this for months. I've been saying this last year. It's like the truth is going to be shown in 2024. Yeah. And that's why I feel like Spirit is not showing me everything of 2024. And your choices and your mind thought and your intention and your focus is going to be even stronger than the norm.
Yeah.
It's going to be stronger than the norm. If you want to think negative, go for it, but it's going to be 10 times stronger.
Yeah.
You want to think positive, it's going to be 10 times stronger. You want to be in love? Yes. You want to be in joy?
Yes.
So there, joy is the highest vibration. So be in joy.
Be in joy.
When we would do our retreats, we'd always say, enjoy your food, right? Be in joy. So, and it was always so much fun.
Yeah.
So I want to give you beautiful, beautiful people, blessings and smiles. And if you want me and Hana to do more of this, please, on the comments,
let me know if I should make the drive.
that I have to put up with her. No, just kidding. I love her dearly.
No, it is fun. No, and I should say one last thing. My astrology teacher in my class today, he said, pay attention to today when Pluto is going into Aquarius today, and something significant. Understand and really feel what your world is like, because there might be a clue of what you can expect. So I don't know. We were like, we're working together
for 20 years.
Even
oh my
more.
God.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's going to be pushing my wheelchair while I'm, she's
holding on to this for my life.
And I hope your beautiful people are with me through this next 20 years. I'm just going to look at it very, very positively. So. Yeah. So I want to give you beautiful, beautiful blessings. I'm grateful for these two. If you have not been on a retreat with these lovely ladies, I highly encourage you to go. The energy, the soul connection, and learning are amazing. Next one is in Sedona.
Woo-woo!
Thanks, Gina.
Thanks, Gina. Live testimonial right there.
Thank you, tattoo sister.
Totally.
So I love you. Love you.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you all, beautiful, beautiful people. Until next time.
Mwah.
Toot sweet.
Toot sweet.
Blessings and smiles.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Okay, just that.